So we work in the same area as cashiers at Walmart, and on a general level speaking, I wouldn't say he's a positive person, but he has that positive figure about him. And I had most recently started wearing my pentacles and my triquetra with the mother stone on it, which is a moonstone, sorry, to clarify. And when I would go through his line on my breaks to buy a soda or something, he'd be like, he told me, the first thing he told me was, why would you wear such a symbol? You need to take it off and burn it immediately. With a smile on his face and laughter in his heart. And it enraged me. It pissed me off to a level where I thought, well, why don't you take off your rotted... I'm not going to know that, but... because that would make me do better than him. But... at that point, he became my enemy. And I knew that what his motives were, and I didn't want to update him on anything. So... I had to live with it. And the next thing he told me once before, again, and it almost seems like I'm provoking him, but I kept going through his line again, and he's like, interesting symbols you have on. And I told him without even looking up from swiping my credit card, and I told him, I said, it's funny what a little bit of history research will teach you, or a little research in general. And I looked at that and I walked away. Now, apparently this guy has been having a long history of harassment on many levels. But I consider him a work enemy. And I wanted to avoid him at all costs because he weakens my energies, and that's not something I want. At the job that I work at, I put up enough people as it is, and I don't need his influence to affect anything. But one day, he was having trouble at my line, going to his break. He just bought a few stuff, to eat, and he could not find his money. His total was like $3 something cents. I told him, and he couldn't find his money. He searched and searched, and you can see he becomes quite frantic, and a normal person would be like, karma's a bitch, ass, and normally that's what I would do. But for some reason I said, don't worry about it, I have the money, just go ahead and go. He said, oh, okay, thank you, and left. And I did this on a subconscious level, on something, and I really don't know why I did it. And after much contemplation, with consideration, I finally discovered why I did it. It's on my personal philosophy, brought on, I assume, by the universe, by the goddess and God himself, that one who is willing to aid not just a stranger, but the closest of enemies, is truly divine. Really, you have no reason to aid your enemies. No reason to progress them. But if you're willing to set the example, to change their way of life, their way of influence, then you are truly, from negative to positive, then you are truly that of a divine person. And it made me feel good at the time. But it's just another example of the many philosophies that hit me on a normal basis. Some of these things I've wanted to share with you over time, and I never wanted this to be a 4-part spiritual update. But I feel so good, and like one of my friends here on YouTube told me, and I'm gonna leave it at this, hopefully. Shimfo, as her channel, Andolaira, and she posted a response to a reading I did for her when I told her that she was going to have some trouble headed her way. She told me, with the most beauty and grace, that's why I love this one, she told me, things are always going to happen, good and bad. But how you choose to react to it and work upon it is your decision, and ultimately lies in your hands. And there's nothing, and that's something that always stuck with me, and I will never forget it. And it's something I've tried to apply now in my daily life. It's something I hope that everybody else will consider in theirs. But yeah, that's my spiritual update on I'm sorry for 4-part video. And so many ums. Oh, my rune set was supposed to come in today, and it hasn't come in. And I am incredibly angry. But not angry. I realize things happen, and they'll get here when they get here. But if somebody's hiding them from me, I will be angry. But anyway, when I get those, I will definitely show them to you, and hopefully they connect with me very well. And but yes, pick up The Circle Within, a wonderful book. Diana Sylvan, a wonderful book you must read. That's my update. And I hope everybody has a safe, blessed, and magical rest of the week. Bye, everyone.